Overly done eyelash extensions. Okay, listen closely. Easily full glam with only these brushes. Nose contours are not sustainable. I've gotten them and I find them a bit boring unless there's a medical aspect. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I created Dolled Up by Jay. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about some of the unnecessary things in your beauty routine that you don't really need to be doing. These are some of my unpopular opinions, perhaps. They might be a bit polarizing, but this is just what I've come to realize over the years that I just really don't need to do or buy. So these are like routines and things to buy. So if you're here for it, give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing because I post new fashion and beauty content every single week. Okay, let's get to the video. So first on the agenda, this definitely is gonna be polarizing and hopefully you don't just click off the video right away. Over the last probably like 4 years, I've maybe bought like 4 lip liners in like 4 years, honestly. And I always remember thinking like you needed to have the lip liner with the lipstick, whole combination. And then, you know, you see all the celebrities coming out with lip kits. We've got the Kylie Jenner lip kit. We've got Lisa Rinna now with her own lip line, which I kind of want to try. But I've come to realize over the years, like lip liners are kind of unnecessary in my routine. I'm wearing lip liner today, but it's with a gloss over top. So I did lip liner as like the lipstick, the whole color, and then just did a gloss over top. So normally when I wear a lipstick, I never wear a lip liner underneath, especially with liquid lipsticks now. Like the doe foot is so precise that there's really no reason to put a lip liner underneath, unless of course you're wearing more of like a satin finish and it can help the bleeding a bit. But for everyday general, just like stick lipsticks and, you know, matte liquid lipsticks and all of that, there really isn't a need for lip liner just in my personal daily routine. I've done the whole thing where you get like the lip liner, and then you go in with the lipstick, and then you go in with the lip gloss over top. And I honestly barely ever notice the difference between lip liner or no lip liner and lipstick, unless it is like a more creamy formula. But the lipsticks I buy that are more on the creamy side, I prefer them just to like wear off naturally and then I can apply them. Sometimes I find with a lip liner, if it isn't the perfect shade for that lipstick, when the lipstick starts fading, it just kind of has that like 90s halo. And I know that's really popular right now with like the darker outer and then lighter in the middle. But I just find sometimes that can be like a little extreme, and I honestly just don't really wear lip liner at all. Okay, next item that I have realized in our beauty routines is kind of a waste of money. And you know, if this is something that you enjoy, then all the power to you. But I honestly, like, I've gotten them and I find them a bit boring unless there's a medical aspect. I'm talking about facials, spa facials. I'm really trying hard to distinguish right now between spa facials and like medi spa facials. So I'm not saying like getting a facial is a waste of money if you're getting some sort of like laser therapy or like electrotherapy or a hydrofacial. Those are so fabulous and exfoliating and like purifying for your skin. Fabulous, fabulous. I'm talking about the spa facials where like you're literally paying $200, maybe $300 or more for someone to literally just cleanse your face, exfoliate your face, put on a toner, put on a mask, take off the mask, and then they literally just put on like a moisturizer and a serum and then like massage your neck, and they're like, thanks for the $300, see you later. Like, you know what I mean? I've gotten a bunch of those in the last year, tried them out at different hotels, etc. And I honestly just feel like half of the time, unless I say, can you please explain what steps you're doing and what products you're using, it's weird just to lay there and have someone like applying products to your face. You don't know what they're doing to your skin, and you're just laying there and they're literally just like, they're taking like 10 minutes to like wash your face, and they're only like lifting it up, which can be nice and therapeutic, yes, but there's really not a lot of long-term results and benefits from someone just doing a 7-step skincare routine on you that you can't just achieve in your own home. I mean, obviously if your lifestyle permits and you have the time and the money and the energy and all of that to get weekly facials, 100% all the power to you. But so many women and people just saying like, oh my God, I really need a facial. But I think maybe like it goes beyond that. Like, yes, okay, maybe you really need a hydrofacial. Maybe you really need, you know, microdermabrasion. Maybe you really need some sort of acid peel, or you really need some sort of laser therapy. But I think that's different than saying I need a facial as in I just need someone to do like a basic skincare routine with a bougie skincare line on my face one time. Because, you know, if you use something like, you know, I don't love La Mer, but I'll use La Mer as an example. If you use La Mer cream one time in your life and then you do it twice a month, you're really not gonna have like that many results versus if you just buy it and use it every single night, right? So I think there's definitely more merit in having like, you know, it doesn't have to be expensive, but just like a consistent, regimented, good quality skincare routine in your life versus just like going for facials when you think that your skin looks haggard. Like that's just in my opinion. Don't cancel me. Okay, next opinion, kind of relating to skincare, is our skincare routines are just getting out of hand. I think that the past few years, we all, maybe not all, but I'm definitely an example of this, fell for the more steps, the better in our skincare. And there were all of these brands like The Ordinary coming out with all of these different steps and actives and ingredients. And it's like, you know, first you cleanse your face, then you exfoliate, and then you put on an essence, and then you do a mist, and then you do a serum, and then you do a moisturizer, and maybe there's a mask in between somewhere, and then you put on a night cream, and then maybe even an oil, and it's just like, it's crazy. And then I even did the 10-step skincare routine just for fun on my channel that I used to actually do sometimes. And just since I've been traveling so much this year, I've really learned to just like streamline it. And I've really not seen like any detriment to my skin by not doing all of these crazy steps all the time. Yes, every single night I will use a face mist, I will use a serum, I will use a moisturizer, and I will cleanse my face. But really those 4 steps are serum, cleanse, mist, serum, moisturizer, and eye cream can be rolled in with moisturizer. 4 or 5 steps every single day, that's what I do. But I'm not really so focused on like, I need an essence, I need to do a daily mask. Like, yes, I love face masks so much. I might do a separate video on those, but I don't do them every single day. Maybe every 3rd day, maybe every 4th day. I do them regularly, but I don't do it every day. And I also don't do a sleeping mask if I'm wearing a night cream, and I won't throw an oil in there on top of all of that as well, as we may have been previously led to believe before. And I did notice definitely on my skin when I was combining, you know, so many levels and so many layers of products, thinking that that was what all the influencers and, you know, skincare experts were doing on YouTube and all of that, you know, when I was really into it. I never really honestly noticed like a major boost in my skin. 2 things that changed my skin were using hyaluronic acid when I was getting dry spots, when I was in a very cold climate at times, very dry climate, Canada. That completely changed my skin, took away all my dry patches. I don't even have anything like that now. And then also any sort of exfoliating acid serum at night completely changed my skin. The Pixie, I forget the name, oh my God, it is the Pixie Glow Tonic, I think, the serum, that completely changed my skin. I got compliments on my skin after I used that. And then lately I've been using the Drunk Elephant, the TLC Fram Boost. That's also a glycolic serum. Both are excellent. Different price points, but same results in my opinion. Honestly, they're both great. But those are the 2 things that really have changed my skin. It's not doing all of these crazy overnight masks and oils and essences and yada yada. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I like an essence. I like, you know, a toner, but I don't really notice a difference in my skin adding in that extra step. I really don't. If anything, I count now my facial sprays that I use at nighttime as like the essence or a toner. Like they're kind of a hybrid. And I think with skincare too, there's so much like marketing that goes into, you know, like what could this be used for? Like it's a spray toner. You apply this toner with your fingertips, but isn't that what we thought an essence was? Like it's just, the marketing is so intense. And then I was thinking about this last night too, like I have a couple of under eyes, like eye serums, and I'm like, okay, so the serums that I have for my face are for the face, but my eyes are on my face. Why can't I put the serums there? Obviously, if they're exfoliating, never put those near your under eye area, right? Too sensitive. But I just thought it was so funny. I was like, is this stupid serum just a gimmick that I've been sold to buy into because it's for your under eyes? You know what I mean? So I guess that is another step I have in my skincare routine. But I just think that like, I've definitely bought into the hype of all of these crazy 1,000,000-step skincare routines, 20 steps, and we just don't need it. I think just simplifying and having, again, a good quality, consistent routine is what will actually give you results over time, you know? And next item on the agenda that I want to tell you don't need in your beauty routine, which might be a bit polarizing, I don't even know if I'm gonna leave it in this video, time will tell, is overly done eyelash extensions. Okay, listen closely here. I think eyelash extensions are very nice. I think they look good on the right people, for sure. I actually tried to get them here, got a bad reaction, had to get them taken off 2 days later. It was a whole ordeal. For some reason, I developed a reaction to the glue. I used to get them all the time. But the reason I stopped getting them is because before I got this reaction, like 2 years ago, I started trying to get the volume extensions. And it got to the point where I was like, oh my God, without makeup, these look crazy. It just looks crazy. Like I have nothing on my skin. My skin is bare. You know, you can see any sort of discoloration, any under eye, yada, yada. And I have these crazy caterpillar like eyelashes, and I'm at the gym and I'm at the grocery store. Like it just looks like, you know, when you like fall asleep with all your makeup on and then it kind of all rubs off, but somehow like your eyelashes stay and everything else is faded. It kind of looks like you got really drunk and did that, but that's actually your face, you know? Like that's just how I perceive it when people have like the crazy ones. I'm not talking about like the natural ones that kind of, you know, just blend in with the everyday, but I think that you can still always tell when people have them. But I mean, it's like you can tell maybe not that I have hair extensions, you know, and fake nails. It's an aesthetic. It's something that people like. So I'm not hating on it in any sense. I'm just saying the ones that are like really, really intensely like mega volume, Russian volume, whatever, where like when you're literally at the grocery store, it looks like a caterpillar when you have no makeup on. I think those ones we need to like, I really hope people stop getting, because I know people are still doing it and it's not everywhere necessarily. We buy like fake eyelashes to have eyelashes and have that glam look, but I don't walk around with fake eyelashes when I'm not wearing makeup because it wouldn't suit the rest of my face. So why are people getting these crazy voluminous lash extensions when they're not normally wearing makeup? I mean, I know it's easier, but that's just my take. I remember when I had them the first time, my grandma, she's Polish and I'm half Polish, and there's no shortage of unsolicited opinions in a Polish household. If you're familiar, then welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here, someone else. So she told me when I first got eyelash extensions, she's like, you look like a Vegas showgirl. Like we're in Vancouver and it's, you know, October at 3 p.m. What are you doing? And I was like, I thought they looked nice, but then I did start to kind of look at them and I was like, you're right, I don't love them. So anyways, that's just my opinion about lash extensions. That's all I'm really gonna say about it. I don't think that everyone needs to do it. I think the natural ones look nice, but I think the over dramatic ones, again, it's just like, it's just too much for the day-to-day world that we live in. Okay, next on the agenda, perhaps something that no one really addresses often, but I know a lot of people do, and that is the nose contour. I've been into doing it here and there. I did it mainly for when I was doing like glam photos because, again, since I am half Polish, we have defined noses, as you can see. And I always wanted to have a bit of a smaller nose personally. And I started contouring it a bit, and then I just kind of got fed up with it because I was like, this is not sustainable. So this brings me to my next point. Nose contours are not sustainable. I understand that you don't wake up having eyelashes on, blush, you know, mascara, bronzer, highlight, all of that. You don't wake up with a nose contour either, but those things kind of enhance what you already have. Whereas when you are actually physically drawing on a contour on your nose to look smaller, that has to be consistent, that has to be every single day. You have to use the same shading and everything. And if you go in the wrong light and you didn't blend it out properly that day, and suddenly you're in like a really bright area and you don't realize you've got like lines on your nose, it's just a bad thing. You know what I mean? I was watching, I think Stephanie Lang, her YouTube channel. She's very like analytical about like influencers and stuff. She was like, I'm so sorry my nose contour turned out so bad today, because you could like see it in the video. This gave me the idea to talk about this, because it's like, yes, we use makeup to, you know, enhance what we have and maybe shape up things that you want to bring more attention to and cover up things you want to have less attention to. But with reshaping our face, it is amazing that you can do it with makeup and contouring your nose. But if it becomes something where like, you can't be seen without it, it's just not sustainable. You know what I mean? It's like just another thing in your routine. And if you really can sustain it, and if you really are good at it, all the power to you. It's not the most sustainable because it's the first thing on anyone's face. If someone has a poorly done nose contour, it is so easy to spot in any sort of photos, in person, videos, social media, all of that. And so yeah, I got into it for a little bit. I did it for some photos, and then I noticed sometimes like I'd be out and I'd be like, oh my God, like, what? I didn't blend that in, but it was just like a source of anxiety for me, honestly. If anything, for a soft contour, I mean, this is a highlighting brush, but like, if anything, I'll just do a little bronze, and then a little highlight, like literally touch of powder down, but not this structured thing where people are doing this, and then doing underneath, and then connecting. It's like, ugh, I don't have time for it. I don't have freaking time for it. It's not a geometry class, it's makeup. Moving on. Okay, next item on the agenda is makeup brushes. Speaking of makeup brushes, so I used to have an offensive amount of makeup brushes because everyone on YouTube that I was watching at the time, with all of their, you know, displays behind with probably 200 different makeup brushes and different canisters and all of that, I remember watching that and being like, oh my God, they have so many brushes. I need so many brushes. So I would buy these like sets online. I would go to Sephora, get like, you know, one here, one there. Went to IMATS. It's like a makeup artistry trade show. I would go there and get like sets of it during IMATS. You get a good discount. And I started to have like, I think I had like maybe 70 brushes at one time. I thought that's not even that much. You know what I mean? I think now I maybe have like 20, and that's like, I don't even use all of those. Like, I think what most people don't realize when they watch a lot of these beauty people that are doing this as their job and professionals and whatever, you really don't need that many makeup brushes. Like, I'll just show you the makeup brushes that I have actually. Okay, so I have this old Sephora gift box that I travel with, and I've just been keeping all my brushes in here. So when I moved from my place in Canada, I literally just got rid of everything, every makeup item, every makeup brush, all of that. So these are the only makeup brushes I own, with the exception of these Hakuhodo ones that just came in the mail. So literally out of these though, I use this for under the eyes. I use this for my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, which I will never stop doing ever. This is really old and need to replace it. It's a blush brush. Secondary under eye, just for like, you know, if I can't find the other. And then honestly, I just replaced this powder brush. None of these other brushes I'm really using much anymore because I have replaced them, and I will show you the replacements right now. So I've got these Hakuhodo brushes. They're fabulous, exquisite Japanese art. And this is just what I'm trying to talk about. So I before would spend, look how beautiful these are. These are so soft. This is a powder brush, contour, highlight, crease detail, all over lid, and my crease brush is somehow nowhere to be seen in this video. So I could do an entire face of makeup easily, full glam, with only these brushes if I had the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Take out Charlotte, and this is all we really need. We've got blush, we've got under eye, highlight, crease, all over lid, bronzer, and powder. So how many brushes is this? 2, 4, 6, 7 brushes. 2, 4, 7 brushes. So like, I know I'm not the pinnacle of minimalism sitting here in my large closet with my large hair extensions speaking to you. I've come to realize over the years that all of these, you know, sets of brush rolls and, you know, stacks of even eyeshadow palettes and stacks of this and stacks of that, like, you really don't need it. It's more of a focus now for me on quality. And so that's why I got these gorgeous Hakuhodo brushes, because the crease brush I have lasted me over 5 years. And now I have 5 more Hakuhodo brushes, and they are so soft and incredible, and some of the best ones I've ever used in my life. And so I could honestly be perfectly happy doing my makeup forever with just these brushes and not having really any of these. And you wouldn't believe how many brushes I threw out when I moved. And that was just because I got so wrapped up in watching, you know, YouTube and seeing all the brushes behind and all of this stuff that I just thought I needed it, and I didn't at all, like at all. And same goes with eyeshadow palettes. That's like a little bonus one. All the eyeshadow palettes I used to have, I think I have like maybe 2 or 3 right now. I have some in the mail from ColourPop. I've been waiting 5 months. I'm discussing with their email team where my order went. But I have literally 2 small Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes and 1 mini Natasha Denona palette to my name. All my other makeup, threw it out when I moved. Literally threw it out. So I've definitely become more of like a makeup minimalist, and I don't even feel like my makeup has changed in any way. If anything, I've just kind of like a bit gotten away from my eyeshadow phase in the moment. I'm just not really like excited about it as much, but that will probably change when I find one that I like. But lately I'm just not into it. I just think there's a lot in our beauty routines that we just amass because we're influenced, and then you're just like, holy crap, with all of these brushes I bought, with all these palettes I bought, I could have bought like 1 amazing brush set or like 2 amazing good quality eyeshadow palettes that would be like the only ones I would use. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up and comment below anything that you want to add. And I hope that you consider subscribing if you haven't already. I would love to see you back here. All right, take care.